Hey guys, Mike here. So today we're going to talk about crypto news and how the whales are planning on a big move, it looks like, and our government, which shockingly actually is in the crypto market themselves. We just didn't really know about it, but they are making a killing off the crypto market. I'm going to show you that right there. And a whole bunch of other news that kind of shows which direction we could be heading and some very important key levels that everybody is really looking at. And if you're invested or thinking about getting invested, you need to be paying attention to as well over the next coming weeks. So if you're getting out of it, hit the like and subscribe button for me, guys. Really appreciate that. And let's go ahead and get right into it. And just to start you off, guys, if you're ever having a bad day in the market, just think about this poor bastard right here who ended up throwing away a hard drive that he had bought a bunch of Bitcoin on back in 2013. And now that is worth supposedly around $357 million. And he keeps going through these landfills supposedly over in the UK looking for it and stuff. But man, can you imagine? Like, would you ever really get over something like that? So, at least you're not that poor bastard, right? And starting off with Bitcoin's chart, obviously we're still in this downtrend here, even though it has started to break out on the hourly and 2 hour. You can see we're only 26% down now. We were over 30%. Looking at the Fear and Greed Index, that's updated for you guys every week here. We went from really extreme fear at 16 last week up to 24. Now we're only in fear today at 27, which is kind of helping out a little bit. But there are some key levels here to look at and pay attention to. If it's unable to hold and keep moving up and it breaks a key support level, we're going down between 40 and 42,000. That's really the big one a lot of people are eyeing on the downside right now. On the upside, pay attention to 46,300, 49,200, and 52,300 as resistance levels. Just pay attention to that on the way up. And one of the things that really affected Bitcoin's price in a negative way was all the selling in Asia. As you can tell, this is the 30-day change in Bitcoin price during Asia working hours. And you can see right there all the red. And so they were doing some massive selling over there, and that helped drive the price down. Looking over in Europe, though, it kind of helped started moving the price up here. Was actually, you can see the big green. When it's green, it goes up. When it's red, it goes down. And so now we're in the green again slightly, so that's kind of helping that. As well as Bitcoin Active Address Sentiment Indicator. And what this was basically telling us, you can't really see this too well, but I'll try to describe it for you. You got the Bitcoin price up there, the 28-day price change percentage, that's the big signals up and down that you see. And then there's a 28-day active address change percentage. And you can see where when it bottoms out, where the circles are right there, along with the 28-day price change percentage, the price normally moves up after that. And then, of course, there's the exchange net position changes on the exchanges as far as how much Bitcoin is being held on the exchanges. And you can see there's not a whole lot at all, which actually is a good thing because when that goes down, price goes up. And obviously when that goes up means people are selling Bitcoin, then the price goes down, obviously, because you get a lot of selling pressure. So right now, that is a good sign for Bitcoin as far as moving up versus down. And if you're new to Bitcoin and crypto in general, and you're wondering what's the big fluctuations for, who really controls the crypto market, you'll hear it all the time referred to as the whales. And that's the one thing about crypto versus the stock market is very few people hold a whole lot of crypto in very few accounts. And so that's why they can move it and we cannot. As you can see right here, when there's a study actually done, a study showed that the top 10,000 Bitcoin accounts hold 5 million Bitcoins, an equivalent of approximately 232 billion. With an estimated 114 million people globally holding the cryptocurrency, according to Crypto.com, that means approximately 0.01% of Bitcoin holders control 27% of the 19 million Bitcoin in circulation. And I have read many sources that have even said that, coming from whales themselves, saying that they sold at the 60 level somewhere in there and they've been buying up as it's been coming down. And suppose there's massive orders set between 40 and 42,000. If we go to that level, then you're going to see some massive buying because they're already just sitting there waiting right now. And so we could see a push up and then another push down and to that level. And so we'll see, but that is a key support level. Just remember that right there. And so, now we're going to Ethereum. And you can see it's been on this downward trend as well, trying to break out of it, which has been on a nice move in the last 2 to 3 days here. And you can see those key levels. You're looking around 4,000, 4,400, 4,800. And then down below, you're going to be paying attention to 3,700. And then from below that, we'll drop all the way to 3,000 if Bitcoin actually does end up dropping below that 42,000 level. And of course, what helped Ethereum's price moved up is what you see right here on December 15th. Hedge fund poured over 456 million into Ethereum in a week as Ethereum price was dipping. And of course, then we have this right here come out yesterday when you're looking at 18,500 call contracts of 4,400 and 14,000 contracts of 4,200 call options expiring on December 31st, traded hands during Asian hours. And of course, as Bitcoin and Ethereum move up, you're going to see other altcoins move up. And the biggest movers over the last week, you're looking at Avalanche and Maddox are your big two winners. Over the last 5 days, you've had Engine, Sand, Vet, Dot, and many others moving up quite nicely. And of course, with that many options contracts expiring December 31st, if the whales own a lot of those call options, most likely you continue to see Ethereum head up to around those levels. And of course, with the stock market moving up right now, if we're on a Santa rally, which we weren't sure was canceled, maybe it's on, maybe it's off, maybe there's a dead cat bounce today, we'll have to see. But if that's on, crypto moves with the stock market as well, and so that'll be a good sign right there. The biggest thing I'll see, more important, what I'm waiting to see, if it will be able to hold those levels or sell back off at the beginning of the year. And so, again, I always like to say, what are bullish reasons for crypto, right? Not just in the micro view, but more importantly, the macro view, the big picture. And so one of the biggest has to be the fact that there's only a $2.5 trillion market cap right now in crypto, right? It's actually a little lower than that now, but and Bitcoin makes up and Ethereum make up the majority of that. And if you just compare that to other industries out there, you're looking at global digital payments are 5 trillion, gold is 10 trillion, global M2 is 100 trillion, global bond market is 120 trillion. And so you just look at how small this market is, how new this market is, and how fast it's being adopted by industries and people, and the fact that it's like 90% of people have no exposure to cryptocurrency right now. Like 90% of institutions and people have no exposure to it. So I mean, the future could be endless for this if the governments allow it to continue to move forward and regulate it responsibly. And of course, things like this are going to help it, and you're going to see more news like this. Brazil Stock Exchange B3 plans to enter crypto market in 2022. Japan's first Bitcoin and crypto fund has been launched by SBI Holdings. That just came out yesterday. And it goes on to say, a few months back, reports of SBI Holdings launching Japan's first Bitcoin and crypto fund surfaced. The fund was supposed to be a portfolio of several cryptocurrencies. One of the company's executives said that he wants people to hold it and diversify their portfolios. The company was planning to launch this fund at the end of November, but it got delayed. But finally, Blockworks reported on the 18th December that the fund had been launched. And of course, then you got Robinhood adds crypto gifting feature. And I think you're going to see this roll out a lot as well and become very popular amongst people. And of course, don't let me forget here, the U.S. government is also involved, and they have their little hidden stash. And it says the U.S. government has a massive secret stockpile of Bitcoin. Here's what happens to it. And it's just like anything else. When they seize something, which they've seized a lot of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, they hold auctions for the stockpiles of these cryptocurrencies. Just like with this event that happened in November, U.S. to sell cryptocurrency worth $56 million after record seizure in BitConnect fraud case. And to show you how much this has grown over the years for them and becoming kind of lucrative, in fiscal year 2019, the government had about 700,000 worth of crypto seizures. In 2020, up to 137 million. And this year already, 1.2 billion. And so, of course, you can see how much bigger that's going to get over the years as it comes. So, they're even involved in it as well. Even though, like I told you, and don't be surprised, we got news this week again that the SEC has once again delayed decisions on Grayscale and Bitwise Spot Bitcoin ETFs. They've delayed it for at least 45 days. And if you're ever asking yourself why, because this is going to continue, I promise, you have to ask yourself, the people that make the laws, which is our Congress, the people that set the regulations like the SEC and the rest of them, what do they hold the majority of? Stocks by a country mile. Most of them are nowhere near cryptocurrency. And so, they're not about to sit here and try to let you know, cryptocurrency all of a sudden become mainstream under their eyes, because once they sign off on it, a lot of people that stayed out of it will, okay, it's regulated. Now we can get into it because the government signed off on it. Great. And so they will drag their feet on this as long as possible. Also, I see other countries, as usual, advancing ahead. But remember, their economy is not based around a stock market like ours is here. The majority of our holdings and retirements are in the stock market, okay, not cryptocurrency. And so they'll drag their feet. You know, that's my prediction at least. Let me know in the comments what you think. Eventually, it will happen. I think seeing hearings like we saw last week, which I showed you, you know, having smart people go up there and educate them and all that stuff, you know, that's something. It's a battle. It's going to continue to be a battle. Anyway, let me know what you think about the video. Any comments down at the bottom, any news I missed, I certainly appreciate it. Let me know if you like these updates. Like I said, I like to just throw them in there all at once for you, keep you updated. And usually I try to make sure the news is not more than 5 days old. So, you know, but anyway, hope you have a good one. If I don't see you before the holiday, which I should, have a great holiday, and I'll see you after that, okay? So hit that link down there in the bottom, sign up for a BlockFi account to earn 9% on your Stablecoins, 9.5% on your Tether, and 4 to 5% on your other cryptocurrency, as well as earn the 1.5% back on Bitcoin for every purchase you make on that credit card, guys. I will see you later.